Greetings, Invader Scum. This is Pincognito, aka Pinko, here with number 2.5 hours or so in the life of a ringer. So this time we're with my skill build, Paleblood Corbin. His kind of character sketch is that he was another hunter drawn to the dream, but was kind of unable to complete his quest and has become a hunter of hunters, much like Eileen. Although I have not limited myself to the Siderat weapons, just for sheer weapon diversity. I tend to main a church pick. I also have a lot of fun with the threaded cane on this character. He also has a touch of arcane. I've got the 15 arcane needed to use the old hunter bone, the empty phantasm shell, and beast roar, which has some pretty interesting qualities to it. Can deflect projectiles. Obviously, you can knock down your opponent to try to set up some attacks. Also, pretty useful near ledges, just like Force and Dark Souls. And for harassing hosts. GG, guys. Alright, so we're back in Canehurst Castle with a weird little invasion. But I did manage to pull off a little tech at the end of this, so I wanted to include it. It's kind of a short and sweet little thing. I don't know if his cooperator had run off, perhaps died before I arrived, perhaps he was still waiting for them, I don't know. So he's kind of weirdly passive at the beginning here, so I gave him a little poke hello. And then it looks like there's a Canehurst woman that I just can't see that's attacking him, because he goes off to attack the corner of the library. And he took a little damage, so there must have been just a kind of a bugged out Canehurst lady I couldn't see. So we got the parry attempts right off the bat. So we kind of know what's gonna happen here eventually. He's being super passive. He doesn't. He didn't have his weapon out. I'm not sure if he was just in his menus trying to find it. I take out the Beast Hunter Safe, which is obviously a fantastic skill weapon. Super fun moveset. He gets the parry here. He messes it up by spamming his gun. But he's tasted that parry, and he just wants that feeling again. He wants that feeling bad, man. Jesus. Unfortunately for him, he gets illegal burritoed. GG. I mean, I understand when people gun spam on a certain level. On another level, I will never understand it. So we're back in Canehurst, this time against a duo. You know, and sometimes you'll hear invaders complain about certain things in Bloodborne. For example, the dangers of environmental hazards. Which I don't understand. Like, what's wrong with that? It's totally not an issue. Just spam your way out. You know, and sometimes I hear invaders complain about the netcode in Bloodborne. You know, what's the big deal? It's fine. It's totally fine. Just get good. Alright, so this time we're in Yahar Ghul. This has probably become possibly my favorite place to invade. It's partly a product of just where most of my invaders are at, which is in the mid 50s in terms of blood level to upper 50s. And this is a great area to invade for that blood level, in my experience. And of course, you've got the Yahar Ghulians down there as PvE backup, and they can be pretty goddamn useful. Sadly, Beastclaw Man bites the dust early. So we got Blades of Mercy from the host, and Ludwig's Holy Blade from the Cooperator. Cooperator's got a little arcane investment we've seen already, which is fun. There, I was just not attentive enough, and I got hit by the tiny Tonitrus. Lucky for me, Church Cannon Yarhagulian has made his way out here. I'm making use of my arcane investment and dash right into the tiny Tonitrus again. Did a terrible job of avoiding that. Does pretty decent damage with this Cooperator. Almost take him out with that combo. So this church pick I'm using, I think it's almost certainly my favorite weapon in the game. I just find the moveset to be a blast. I'm not saying it's the best weapon, it's not, but it's my favorite, and it's not even close. I just love it. I like you kind of have a long sword, or maybe a short sword, and this like kind of quasi scythe, like giant war pick. The transformation moves are ridiculously nasty. It's got some nice dash L2s in transform mode. Love it. So we managed to take out the Phantom just when my PvE support goes down, which is a godsend. Blades of Mercy, they can be a problem. They are good weapons for spammers, which is a lot of people that you fight. So they can do some damage in a hurry. And it can be, if you're not attentive, you can get stun locked and take a ton of damage in a hurry. So I'm trying to vary up my attacks. Try not to just do dashing R1s. I'm throwing in some L2s, throwing in some R2s, some standing R1s. Just trying to give them some different looks. Those pokes on the church pick are super nice, because you can cover a lot of distance with the dashing attacks. I switched to the safe here because he was just backing up, and the safe is much better for chase downs than the church pick. So I'm doing something that's not super smart. The safe doesn't have hyper armor that I'm aware of, and I'm trying to attack into the Blades of Mercy spam, and I'm just getting out-traded essentially just by sheer volume of attacks. The safe is not as kind of spam friendly as the cleaver or saw spear. I do like kind of the utility of the moveset though. I find it much more satisfying to use myself. It's got some beautiful transformation attacks too. And there, I pulled off what I have never pulled off since. A face tank parry in Bloodborne, and a face tank parry against the Blades of Mercy, no less. GG. So we return to Yahar Ghul. More or less the same spawn location. Do a quick check of the lantern to see if the host is hanging out there before we spy them below. So we've already lost our mobs down here, which is unfortunate. And it's not my preference to fight two people in neutral terrain. So we start the process of trying to drag them in to our good friends, the Yarhagulian gank. So I'm not paying enough attention there. And just let the tiny nitrous hit me. So I see the gank is available, so this is excellent. The co-op group is hanging out up top, which I mentioned I think in the first half hour or so left of a ringer is a terrible place to fight. But you know, you can't always choose your terrain. So I head up with the mob to see what I can do. Co-op Phantom goes down in a hurry. So you know, we're sitting pretty now. We can still try to finish this off with some style, though. And my mob support has taken a decided disinterest in this fight all of a sudden. But the host makes the mistake of coming over and aggroing him. But here we get a beautiful dashing L2, R1, Transformation L1, R1, R1. Rip. Alright, so now we're at Canehurst, and we've come across the adversary. Someone I know well from Dark Souls 3. This is my dude, Derpy Turtle. A really, really good Dark Souls 3 player. Really creative Dark Souls 3 player. And that seems to have carried over to Bloodborne too. You'll see him use in this fight frequently the delayed Molotov cocktails from the DLC. And he's trying to set up kind of true combos with them where I'll get damaged by both the Molotov and his weapon at the same time. It's really cool stuff. He's the first person I saw talking about this with the, this return to Yharnam. Maybe people were using it before, but he's the first person I saw talking about it. And I've seen others using it since I saw him talking about it. At any rate, it's cool stuff. He uses it well in this fight. And we had a blast. We were starting off early on with the Boomhammer versus Church Pick, but then he switched the Beast Cutter, and so I switched my Threaded Cane, so we could just have this beautiful skill whip versus strength whip. And it was indeed a beautiful fight. Now he's obviously got the hyper armor, and he's got better range. I've got good range though, so I can keep him at bay a little bit. I just have to watch out for moves like that. That is devastating. And I can attack faster in my non-transform mode, but I still have to be very wary of his hyper armor because Beast Cutter, it is a beast. And Derpy's a creative player, so I knew this was going to be like a nightmare matchup. There, I managed to somehow get through the delayed Molotov there without too much problems. Nasty attacks from the Beast Cutter. I thought I'd avoided that one. Instead, I get clipped for like half my health. Derpy uses a lot of his tools. He's getting a little cheeky with the poison knives there. Part of what makes his use of the delayed Molotovs really effective is it makes me afraid to come in on him. And since he has the range advantage, that's a problem, right? I have to come in on him because he's got the range advantage on me. And if I'm simultaneously always worried about coming in because of those delayed Molotovs, it creates a lot of stress, right? I have to pick my spots very carefully. Get a little damage off that ravioli there. Now, this is one of those fights where, particularly because of these weapons movesets, you just get that beautiful flow of Bloodborne combat that's so satisfying. Nice little ravioli from Derpy. Oh, there I almost get caught in the Molotov true combo. Able to dart back out just in time. Man. Just a little off of my heel parry punish there. If I had gotten that, this fight might have gone a bit differently. I might have been able to finish Derpy there if I had connected on that heel parry. Instead, I get absolutely smushed by the Beast Cutter. GG Derpy. Beautiful stuff, man, as always. So we're back in Canehurst, and this host has taken all the deep and beautiful lore of Bloodborne and flushed it down the juvenile toilet humor of a middle school bathroom. So it is our mission to destroy him. So it takes us a little while to find this host. One problem with Canehurst is that, the last stretch to get to the boss, you cannot return from. So it's a bit of a gamble at times. Here I just wasn't sure. I hadn't seen them anywhere earlier. I think maybe I had not checked the lantern, which is probably pretty dumb. That's, where if you can't find the host, that's where they are 90% of the time. But nevertheless, I took the risk to come out and check to see if they'd made their way out to Ligarius here. And, in fact, no. No, they had not. It's just me by lonesome. So this was looking like I was going to have to leave. But the sinister bell woman just died, which means they are really close. So I come back. I can see the health bar there of either one of the host or his phantom or a gargoyle taking damage. And here they come. So this is excellent. Barring a rush to the Bosch fog, we got a fight. Nearly take out the host immediately. I don't know why I didn't go for the heal parry, but I didn't. So that was an opportunity wasted for sure. And they're doing some pretty respectable damage, so I gotta play this pretty clean. And they've got hyper armor advantage over me with the Ludwigs. Of course, they both have Ludwigs here. Pretty nice little anticipation heal parry there. Can't get the Phantom on wake up, but I'm able to get the dashing R1 before he can get his heal off. So this just got much more manageable. But the host does still very decent damage. He can looks like 4-shot me. Maybe 3 if he's using some R2s in the mix. And you can see he's got me under some significant duress here. I'm not getting enough space to get my heals off properly. So I move into tricked mode because it gives me some more range. He's not expecting the charged R2 follow-up. Does a ton of damage. We do our little dance here on the snowy rooftop. What a place to fight. So now I've got him under serious pressure. He's got to heal, and I know that. Third time's a charm. And now he's under real duress. Another anticipation. A little poke to finish him off. GG host. Alright, so that was lovely, wasn't it? What a beautiful end to a horror show of an invasion. So, this time we're back in Canehurst. Kind of scoping things out here, trying to get a sense of where the hosts and their party might be. Then we see some damage below. These fiends are attacking the lovely Canehurst women. Friends to invaders everywhere. And God bless them. Look at this package that they delivered to me. Look at this. Jesus Christ. GG women of Canehurst. Holy hell. So Mr. Belmont here, things are looking pretty grim right away. It does pretty good damage with that sword, though, so I can't get too cocky here. He wisely heads outside. Now here I'm anticipating the third R1, or the third attack. I managed to predict it and get this disgusting charged R2 into backstab. Ooh, that was pretty. GG. Oh man, this is a beautiful game at times, isn't it? Alright, so as with the last edition, we're going to end with a duel. So this is Powderkeg Leia, who is the creation of Twisted Painter, who is someone I know a bit from the Soul Level 90 Discord, and also from streams, Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne. So Twisted had been trying to snipe me, you know, in a friendly way, I think for like 2 nights, and this was at the tail end of the second night, so it took ages, but it was well worth it. We had a fantastic duel. I think this was again kind of early-ish in March, early-ish in my invasions anyway. So it was like a really nice early duel I had that really showed me kind of the beauty of Bloodborne duels. It was just a gorgeous, fun fight. So I wanted to make sure to share it with everybody. And Twisted Painter does stream occasionally as well, and so I'm going to put a link to Twisted's Twitch page in the video description or in my comment to the video, so please check them out as well and enjoy the duel. I'm not going to do a full commentary because I don't think I can add enough technical insight to what was going on to make it interesting, but the duel is beautiful. Twisted had a really fun play style, and I think just our play styles complemented each other into a really fun fight. So please enjoy it, and I'll be back with another edition soon. Take care everybody, and thanks for watching.